Good morning, both. I think it's a very difficult situation, isn't it? As you said, there is no space in car parks, which causes a problem. Staff certainly need their own car park, and that it does need to, when doctors work over or nurses work over, and that they're working extra shifts to get a ticket afterwards. There needs to be a lot of leniency here, doesn't there? And unfortunately, when you put parking in the hands of a private company, it does take a lot of extra stress and worry trying to get that ticket perhaps changed or revoked.
You see, Rebecca, I think what you're saying is absolutely right there, and that finding a parking space, we've all done it. We've all been in that panic situation of trying to look for one, and maybe people who are infirmed in some way and they can't walk a long distance or whatever. But I wonder, Rebecca, should providing parking spaces, or as Isabel was saying, a multi-storey, should that be part of the budget included in how we fund the NHS? I mean, should government be taking into account parking needs to happen here for the patients and for the staff?
Well, it's very difficult, isn't it? I think that as long as there's money that's ring-fenced and it's not coming from something else, because we wouldn't want money coming from perhaps a doctor or a nurse's wage to subsidise the parking. So as long as it's separate money and it's ring fenced, then yes, it is very difficult. But there are things that can be done in the meantime. So it's a bit of a catch-22 situation. People know that parking in hospitals is difficult, so they get there early. So they're taking a space for longer than they actually need. So it is a sort of catch-22 as well for people who are visiting or going for their appointment. So I think there are things you can do. If you're visiting somebody, you could perhaps share or meet somewhere else and only take one car in. Obviously, in the pandemic at the moment, things are slightly different. But I do think there are things that people can do. People can be far more courteous to others, make sure that they're parking within the lines. And of course, in some car parks, it's very much a case of there is some free parking, but you've got to read the signs, and the signs aren't always clear. So we do need some really good signs. We need to make sure that people take a means to pay if they do have to pay. They find out from the hospital first what the facilities are, because some people can pay by card, some people pay cash, others you might need an app. So there are different ways that people need to go about, and by finding all this information out first, it can actually take a little bit of the stress out of things for you.